Good morning, students. This is Mr. Timulak. Welcome to my first screencast ever. I hope this is not my last. I think what I'd like to do today would really lend itself to a screencast, and I hope it'll be beneficial to archive these on our website for future use, or if you're absent and so forth. So I'm going to jump right into it. The goal of today, last class we had an introduction of what the 3D printing process looks like. The goal of today is to prepare our puzzle pieces for 3D printing. So just to start us off, I kind of wanted to look at an image from the video that we watched. It's a nice overview of the entire process from modeling to object. So you can see here on the left, the first step obviously is to develop a 3D CAD model, which you have all done. You hopefully have 5 CAD models now, one for each of your puzzle pieces. You can see the next step here is to convert them to STL files, right? That's the type of file that our slicing software, which is the 3D printer preparation software, it's a type of file that it understands. So a big part of today is going to be me showing you how to convert your Autodesk Inventor files into STL files. Right? And that's an easy process, actually. The slicing software, which you've been introduced to, looks kind of like this. Here's a build plate that has a bunch of puzzle pieces on it. There are a lot of settings that you can get into, and over the course of the year, we'll get into more of these. You will be doing more 3D printing. But for this first project, I'm going to be setting these print jobs up. I have over 50 students, and each student has 5 puzzle pieces, so that's 250 puzzle pieces that I have to print. Um, and we have to match them to certain colors. So to get all this right, there's a process I'm going to explain today, and I'm going to be handling most of the slicer settings. So going back to our process diagram, you guys will be converting your files to STL files today, dropping them off in drop boxes by color. So I can set them up in the slicing software, and then I will start to run our 3D print jobs, and then we'll have our actual finished puzzles. So the process. Moving on to, I want to show you Canvas. Okay, here's our Canvas page, and by the way, you can, just so you know, you can open and close these arrows here, these different modules. So if the Canvas page is looking too busy for you, you're getting lost in it, close some of these modules that we're not working on and help you focus. Um, Really what we're working on today is I have a module that says Puzzle Cube. It's the same spot. You've already hopefully uploaded your puzzle part drawings and your exploded view drawing. Okay. If you're not done with those two things after this screencast today, I want you to work on those two and finish them. For everyone that's caught up and everyone that eventually, I have, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drop boxes, right, for each color piece that we're going to print. Now, when I gave you the little prototype cubes, I had a lot of different colors, maybe colors you don't see here, but these are the colors of plastic that I have available to print. So we're going to have to print these colors. So, if you happen to have a blue piece, definitely drop it into the blue piece box. If you have a white piece, drop it into the white piece box. If you have a color that's not here, pick the closest. For example, I had a purple piece and I dropped it into the red box because that was the closest. Okay, but we have to print these colors. Down the road, we may go adjust our exploded drawings so the colors match and so forth, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so the process. We're going to open Inventor. As you can see, I have my puzzle pieces open. Okay, you can do this one at a time, or you can open up all your puzzle pieces, but you'll have to go through all 5. Okay. Once you have your puzzle piece open, your part file, you simply have to go up to the File tab, We're going to go to Save As, and then over here it says Save a Copy As. Okay. That opens up this dialog box here. Okay. Navigate to your IED folder where you've been keeping all your parts. I have um, my folder happens to be called Project Lead the Way, but I have a folder just for this puzzle project. I've been keeping everything associated with the puzzle project in this folder, and I'm going to save my STL files into this folder as well. As you can see, I already have a whole bunch because I was playing around with it. Now the key is just this. Down here where it says Save As Type, this pull-down menu has a lot of options, a lot of file types you might not be familiar with, and some maybe you are, but we want to choose STL. Okay. So make sure you have your file type set to STL, and then just hit save. Oop. I've already done this for this piece, so I'm not going to replace it. I'll just click no, but you just click yes and save. Okay. And that's it. Okay, and now you'll go through that with each piece. There's another piece, file, save as, save a copy as. Make sure this is set to STL, save. I'll go ahead and replace this. Next piece, file, save as. Make sure this is, oops, I made a mistake. File, save as, save a copy as. That was my mistake. Save file type as STL, hit save, move on to the next piece. Okay. So once you've done this with all of your puzzle pieces, the next step again is you're going to go to Canvas and you're going to drop each color piece off in a different drop box. Okay. Match the colors as best you can, then choose the closest color for the rest. Okay. Now that way on my side, okay, when everyone's done here, I am going to download all of the red pieces, and then I can go ahead and set up a big batch job like this and print as many pieces as possible at once, so we can get through these 250 pieces that we all need to print. Um, so I hope that covers everything you need to know for today. This is my first podcast, and give me some feedback. If this goes well, I hope this goes well. I can do this more often. That way, you always have these resources on Canvas for you when you need them. So that is all. Have a good day today in class.